G'day guys, welcome back to Blowing the Froth Off with Klutz and Das.
The boys from Bloody Brilliant Beers. I always hate when I say the boys from Bloody Brilliant Beers, but it just comes out, just rolls out.
Yeah, because you're talking about yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like all ours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird. Anyway, we are the Bloody Brilliant Beers podcast. We started off reviewing craft beers on Facebook, and now we bring you the conversations you'd more than likely hear from the front bar at your local. And Josh, where are we coming to the lovely people from?
I think we're coming to them from the Caxton Hotel on Petrie Terrace in Brisbane.
As we always do, the greatest pub on earth. So, big announcement time, Clutzy.
Yeah, it is.
It's a huge announcement.
It's probably the biggest announcement of the year so far.
Oh, by a long shot, I'd say. We have got some merch dropping.
Fucking oath. You've asked for it. We're delivering for once.
You might have seen we've been teasing some merch for quite some, well, not quite some time, but here and there. So we're going to have 4 T-shirts dropping next Wednesday, the 15th.
Yep.
You can sign up. There's a link in our bio. We've been posting all the time as well. Sign up at bloodybrilliantbeers.shop to get all the latest updates to make sure you don't miss out. We've commissioned an artist to do a drawing.
And it's
actually
sick.
fucking sick. Yeah.
So good. We sort of figured what we'd do is we're going to do this particular shirt once a year.
Yep.
And it's a wrap up of all the big things that happened in the podcast for the year. And just because real estate agents are the best at it in the business, we've got combined 6 years experience in podcasting, which apparently is a big thing to have combined experience in the real estate industry.
Yeah,
so shout out to them.
We've been going for 3 years now, so that's 6 years combined experience. So the 6 year combined experience shirt will be on sale 15th of Feb, 2023. Never again.
Yep.
Next year, we'll have the 8 year combined experience shirt. So on and so forth. So it's a shirt of the year. Talk them through the design, Klutz.
Righto. So in the top left corner, we have an alien coming down that is taking up a octopus from the ocean.
Because we don't know enough about it.
We don't know enough about it.
It's terrifying.
And if we don't know enough, aliens probably want to know what's happening. There's Klutzy's rig, riding on Klutzy's rig with the ordinary rig trophy with a beer in hand. Das has pissed the sheets. We've got a hole in one because we won the golf. We got the BBB. We got a free phone, and we got a bit of mayo next to the bed because we all love the mayo man. So that's what we got there. These are some of the biggest things from the pod this year. If you guys want to start, if you've been long-time listeners, short-time listeners, if you're going to stick around for a while, even if you're not, just fucking get in there.
We'd love your support.
We really appreciate the support.
We've got black, white, like a cream. Yeah, I was going to say tan, but that's not right. Yeah. It's a cream and navy. Yeah. Yep. So 4 colours. And we're doing it a little bit differently this time. So it's going to be a pre-sale. So no one's going to miss out. That means there's no like set number of shirts. Yep. But it's only going to be open for a certain amount of time, and then we're going to stop, print, pack and send them. So it's going to take a little bit longer. You should have your shirt between 2 and 3 weeks after the day you order.
Yep.
But yeah, we just want to... This shirt's only going to happen once, so we want to make sure that everyone that can get one can get one. So instead of printing them all before and selling out, we're going to do a pre-sale so no one misses out. But
it's almost like a membership to the Frothies for
this year. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, keep an eye out. A week from today, Wednesday the 15th, we'll be posting heaps about it. So keep an eye on Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff. But yeah, if you want to support, we'd really appreciate it. 4 shirts coming. There's also stubby coolers coming.
They're fucking keen for the stubby.
We don't have samples of them, but they're plain black. One side has our logo, the BBB logo, and then the other side says, "Where the fuck did you get this?" So you can hand it out to your mates, and then when they hand it out to their mates and they say, "Where the fuck did you get this?" they'll be like, "I have no idea." So yeah, thank you all for the support this far, and if you want to jump on these shirts, stay tuned. Wednesday night.
Thank you.
bloodybrilliantbeers.shop. Now, this is our Blowing the Froth Off podcast, where we hear from you guys, the Frothies. So if you want to get in touch, leave us a message, tell us a joke, tell us a story. You can give us a call on 073103 3389. Leave a message. Keep it short, keep it good, and we'll play the best on next week's episode. But before we get into the first call, Klutzy, let's jam these blokes down our throat.
Fucking know.
Shout out to Bloke in a bar, Kempy, down in Kemp.
I'm going to be honest, if you're watching at home, I've absolutely smashed my bloke down my throat
his, which is fine. That's how good they are. We're on the midi tonight. Go to blokeinthebar.com and put your postcode in the store locator to find out where you can get yourself some. Anyway, let's get straight into it. The first call.
Konnichiwa, you pair of thirsty fish. It's the Oceanographer here again.
Yes.
And I've got an update for you boys that's more earth-shattering than Klutzy falling out of a helicopter. So recently, I've been trying to find out why the ocean remains as unexplored as the regions beyond Hillary Clinton's meat curtains. And I had a revelation that made me go, 1, 2, 3, fuck me. And it's this, that all throughout human history, all exploration has been driven by whether or not people think they'd enjoy a beer at the destination. Think about it.
What?
We climb big fuck-off mountains because it'd be great to have a beer at the top. We sail across the high seas, find new places to sink piss. We literally strap ourselves to fucking fire tornadoes and go into orbit. Why?
What?
Because everyone's subconsciously thinking, fuck yes, zero gravity beers one day. But when we asked ourselves, should we go down into the cold, dark depths of that big fucking angry puddle that swallowed more semen than George Pell's altar boy, we all said, get fucked. I don't know about you boys, but I don't know a single motherfucker who'd enjoy getting a bloke down their throat while sitting in the dark getting anally pumped by the lubed-up, girthy tendrils of a giant squid. So that's my theory. Still a few loose ends to tie up, which is why the fuck anyone ended up in the Middle East. But all in all, I think it's a pretty good theory. If you don't like it, you can get fucked. Oceanographer, out.
Oh, fuck. There's so much to unpack there.
So much.
Shout out to the Oceanographer.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
That's a terrific call.
That's another terrific call. My thought, well, one of the things that came straight to my head was zero gravity beers. Can you imagine when you're fucked and you're trying to get your center of gravity by putting a foot down? You just be like, oh.
The room's spinning. No, that's the Earth.
No, that's just the fucking Earth ball. Oh,
that's
my
our
God.
orbit ball. We're spinning.
I would be, nah.
Just floating, literally.
And then you yak and you're just like.
I thought you were going to say something about burping and not being able to get it up.
Oh, I don't know.
Even trying to get beer in your mouth would probably be tough. We'd find a way.
Oh, straw.
You can't argue though that your interest is peaked. You know what I mean? Like, know.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Also, I think with the Middle East thing, I believe most of us originated from the Middle East.
Oh, really? There you go.
Well, I don't know. But you think back to Jesus and whatnot. A lot of people in the Middle East are from the, you know.
That's true.
A lot of the first stories are based in the Middle East. Maybe it was, we want to get the fuck out of the Middle East. And that's why we went from a fucking barren desert.
And that's why Queensland's the best place to have a beer, because it's the furthest you can travel possibly, pretty much.
Yeah. Without hitting shit. Shout out to New South Wales.
Yep.
But Oceanographer, I think your theory's been proven correct.
Yep.
But obviously you haven't watched much hentai because a lot of people get like getting fucking anally pounded by a slippery squid. So,
anyway, do some research and come back to us.
Yeah, shout out to hentai watchers. We know you're out there.
And we don't king shame on this podcast. We've said it from the beginning.
No, we don't. I know what my viewing will be in approximately 42 minutes and 33 seconds.
Weet-Bix.
Yeah, that too.
More on that later. Now, the next two calls are somewhat related, so I'm just going to play them back to back with no discussion in between.
Okay.
That's okay?
Yep.
Yeah, boys. The Tape Teabagger here once again, cruising home. I was listening to a recent potty talking about the topic of Weet-Bix and how a singular Weet-Bix should be called a Weet-Bix, apparently. Just wondering, it's the same thing for jats? Do you ask for a jat? It could probably work for a lot of things, but yeah, that's just really playing on my mind. And to be honest, I don't feel safe behind the wheel with that on my mind. Anyway, in tears, out ears, and back in tears. Stay out of each other. See ya.
It's a good point. Let's hear what the second caller has to say.
Boys, Willie Washer here. Just listen to your podcast about Weet-Bix, whether it's plural and how the fuck it's spelled. What if it's just plural and not plural in the same word, like Weet-Bix and Weet-Bix is spelled the exact same? Like, you don't have fishes, there's a mob of fish, and fish is also singular. So what if it's just like fish or even sheep? Bit of a mind fuck for you.
It's a good point.
Yeah,
something we didn't think of last week.
Yeah, I'm getting prodded in the brain by a long, strong thing
Octopus,
at the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't say sheeps.
No, you don't.
Say sheep.
Fuck, that's rattled me a bit there.
Weet-Bix.
That has rattled me a bit.
Yeah.
And with the Jats thing as well, it's a Jats biscuit, not Jats biscuit, I think.
Yeah.
Give me a Jats.
But no one says give me a Jats biscuit.
Yeah. But, but I agree. I think the whole Weet-Bix thing there with the fish and the sheep, that's actually rattled me a little bit.
Yeah.
But I understand. I think that's sort of what I was trying to explain the other week.
Just couldn't quite put it into words.
Yeah, which is a common occurrence at the moment because my brain is mashed potatoes. And that's because of the hot sun of February.
Yeah, that's it. Hot sun.
And probably just because that's me.
Head knocks, bro.
Thank you, fellas, for coming.
Helping us solve.
I think we've solved it finally.
Yeah, we absolutely have. Sorry, I didn't expect you to stop talking there. I was having a sip of my beer. Moving on.
Yeah, no one expects me to stop talking.
How's it going, boys? It's the Camden Cooker here.
Very well, thank you.
Just sitting here pondering. Bit big, not gonna lie. Why are ants able to fall from any height and they won't die or be paralyzed? They just get up and walk away like nothing ever fucking happened. Explain that one to me, cunts. Tell me we're not living in a simulation. Anyway, don't forget, always piss your sheets. And, you can give them some heaps.
First of all, don't piss your sheets.
Yeah, never piss the sheets.
Never piss the sheets.
We don't like pissing sheets around here. But that's a bit wild. I haven't really thought of that before.
No.
It's the same could be said for any sort of insect, really.
What do you mean, throwing them and flicking them?
Just fucking flick them or
they
send
just
them.
carry on, yeah.
You know when if there's a beetle,
yeah,
and you just go,
yeah,
flick it, hits a wall,
lands
goes
upside down, flies around, flips up, away it goes.
Shit, here we go again.
Yeah, not
flips
again.
Up.
Just think about the size they are as well, in comparison to how far they're falling.
Bro,
us falling off a mountain.
My finger flick is pretty fucking quick as well.
Yeah, correct. And big. Your finger's big compared to them.
Yeah, it is. It's weird looking too. But I don't know. Should we have a quick Google?
I don't know what you're gonna Google to be able to find that. And your Google abilities, not gonna lie, it's not the best I've ever seen.
Why do ants not die when you drop them? Lots of good spelling there.
Yeah.
They have so little mass relative to their air resistance that they fall slowly and therefore have little energy to dissipate when they hit. Their bodies are tiny, deformable tanks, well designed to absorb blows.
That's so hectic. So basically they're not heavy enough to fall fast enough to hurt themselves.
Yeah. Tell you what, I'm fucked. As
the oceanographer said, earth-shattering when you fall out of a helicopter.
Yeah, holy shit. So... wow, that's actually fucking sick.
It is fucking
Does that
sick.
mean if you throw a small child out of an aeroplane, you should be sweet?
No, because I think they'd be too dense too.
Oh, yeah, true.
For the size they are.
Yeah, okay. Yeah,
think about a piece of paper. If you dropped a piece of paper out of a plane, it wouldn't be damaged when it hit the ground, right? I think that's the theory.
Nah, it's true. Unless there's a little bit of rain that comes involved.
True, yeah.
You never know.
Never
or if it hits a sharp rock.
Yep, trouble then.
Yeah, or a bird beak.
Got to watch out for them.
You got to watch out for bird beaks. You never know when you're going to get hit by a fucking sharp proboscis.
You never know. A what?
Proboscis.
What's that?
Mr. Proboscis. Fuck.
Not again. Inevitable.
Yeah, fuck. Proboscis is what I'm trying to say, I think.
What is proboscis?
It's like a big nose. We used to call, when I went fishing with Dad and his mate, we used to call pelicans Mr. Proboscis.
Yeah, right.
And look, there's a great chance that I'm fucking
butchering
that word. Proboscis.
Proboscis beak? What does that mean?
Yeah, proboscis. Sweet, that was good. All good. There we go.
Does it mean beak?
Yeah, it's like nose or some shit.
Shout out to Dan Kemp. Moving on.
Yeah. It's an elongated appendage from the head of an animal, either a vertebrate or an invertebrate.
Could you say that you have an elongated appendage?
No, Dan Kemp does, though.
Right.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Clap. Darsal. How you going, boys?
Good ball. How are you?
Yeah, not too bad, mate. Not too bad.
That's the way.
Righto. You have to type into YouTube, Trevor Hendy, Weet-Bix ad. That will solve how many some thick cunt can eat. Next, type into YouTube again, My Dog by Cummo, Cummo. Funny little song my uncle wrote, and anything it makes from views goes to the Black Dog Institute. Next up, Clutch, fuck the undies off, mate. Free ball in summer. Just keep a spare pair of strides in the truck in case of a blowout. Last thing, what's big, yellow and can't swim? A bulldozer. Get in and around each other.
So how many, has it said how many Weet-Bix this bloke eats? Probably need volume.
I think we need volume, but he's a big ass. Also, in summer, going no undies, when you've got big fucking thighs like me, there's no way I'm not chafing. Literally no fucking way.
It's Chafe Central. Chafe Central. Now, should we have a listen to that Frothies uncle's dog? It's called, dog. His song's called My Dog, and it's by Cummo. And apparently all revenue made from YouTube views on this clip gets donated to the Black Dog Institute. That's so sick. Surely we can give him a shout out and play it. My Dog by Cummo.
This song came about because I was playing at the farmers market for a long time, and I was observing people with their dogs, always pedigree dogs. And when I was a kid, people just had dogs to round up the cattle or keep the burglars out of their yard or whatever.
Some interesting photos.
Now they've got to have 2 and 3 pedigree dogs, and they pay more for their dogs than they do for their car, quite often.
Shout out to French Bulldog.
And I just kept thinking, well, they got them in the stroller, they got them in the cafe, they got them at the markets. And I started getting a few verses together, and I thought, well, here we go. Got to do a song about it. My dog did 3 shits today down at Pippi Beach. I didn't go and pick 'em up 'cause they make me dry reach. My dog loves his freedom, he would never bite. He just jumps all over you and gives you a big fright. My dog's vegetarian and he's gluten-free as well. Makes him do big sloppy poos, but they don't even smell. My dog is a rescue dog and I got him at the pound. I saw him in the coastal views just near the lost and founds.
So if you want to listen to the remainder of the YouTube video, we'll put it in an Instagram story or something. But shout out to
good. How good a dog.
Cummo and My Dog. Yeah, they're unbelievable. Following on, next call.
Sounds good.
Yeah, my dick is hard and I'm feeling liberated. I coined that term last week for you, so I thought every time I call up now I'll start with that.
Yeah, good.
Anyway, I'm just calling up because you've got the dog name sort of scenario. Well, I actually love human names for dogs. If you don't like it, you're a fucking weirdo. I've got Zara, which, isn't too much of a human name, but there's some people called Zara. I've got Gordon, right? He's an absolute sick cunt. I fucking love Gordon.
I like that.
Not that I have favourites, but Gordon's a sick cunt. And then my mum and dad, when I was growing up, had a dog. Unfortunately, she's passed away now. May God rest her soul. But her name was Sarah. We had Sarah, and actually a few years before that, we had Keith as well. Keith was sick. He didn't last long. He got hit by a car fairly young. That was pretty shit. Huh. But Sarah was sort of our dog growing up, and I used to love playing with Sarah. Anyway, just after I started my apprenticeship when I was 16, one afternoon, one of the boys was coming around to drop something off that I needed for work the next day or some shit. Anyway, next to my mum and dad's house is a big park, so I'm throwing the ball down the park to Sarah, and it sort of bounced and went up around the corner a bit. Anyway, she took a while to find it, didn't worry too much. In the meantime, my mate showed up, the workmate, and he starts giving me stuff, and I'm like, fuck, where's this dog? I'm like, Sarah, come here, Sarah, hurry up, like yelling, fucking getting a bit aggressive. Now, he didn't know I had a dog named Sarah, so much to my surprise, he had a really concerned look on his face. And I was like, you're good? And he's like, who you calling? I was like, oh, just the dog, mate. Turns out, he thought I was calling like my missus or a sister or someone like speaking to a human, and I was being really aggressive. So you can understand the confusion there. Anyways, get a dog up, you boys.
I don't mind those ones. Sarah's probably the most extreme of them. I like Gordon.
I like Keith.
And Keith.
That's the problem you run into, though, if you use a human name.
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to do.
Yeah.
Oi, Josh.
Yeah.
Get here, dog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't eat that shit.
Yeah.
Stop licking his bum.
Chris, stop licking your ass. Chris the dog. I'm going to get a dog and call it Chris.
Moving on.
Hey boys, Big Diesel Deezy's here. I'm just on the Telstra free phone in Queen Street Mall. It is 5:30 in the morning. I thought I'd tell you a joke. So Bono and Edge, they walk into a bar, and the bartender goes, not you two again.
A great free phone call.
Yeah, that's spectacular.
Very good free.
Very well executed there as well.
Absolutely.
For someone who's obviously had a big night.
Yeah, fucking oath. Maybe he's, I don't know, getting after it early in the morning, but I wouldn't think so.
Bit of a cup of diem.
Cup of diem. This next one, they got cut off and rang back to finish off the joke, and I tried to edit it together, but it's a bit clunky, so please bear with us.
Clutch dust. It's the Big Al here, boys. How we going?
Good, Big Al. How are you, Bolt?
Oh, that's awesome, boys. Hey, well, I've got you. Do you guys want to hear a joke?
Yes, please.
Of course you do. So, old Davo's just gone to the Harley-Davidson motorcycle dealership, and he's bought himself a brand new Harley. And as he's going out the door, old mate says, if you rub Vaseline on the chrome when it's raining, it protects the chrome, doesn't make it rust. Davo's like, cheers, mate. Cheers, thanks for the advice. So anyway, later that night, he's going to his misso's place for a dinner and all that. But before he walks in, the misso says, just so you know, me and my family are very anal about the washing up. Whoever speaks first while we're having dinner will have to wash up. And they'll have to wash up everything. So Davo's like, too easy, love, not a problem. So dinner's progressing and all that, and he's like, I wonder if the speak first thing is actually really true. So he starts pinching his misso. His misso doesn't say a word, and he's like, wow, that's pretty good. So after that, he was like, I wonder how far I can take this. Eventually, he starts filling up his misso, and his misso still doesn't say anything. He's like, oh, she really doesn't want to wash up. So he decides to take it one step forward and just starts rooting his misso right in front of her parents on the dinner table. Still, not a word from anyone, and he's still surprised. So, what does he do next? He starts filling up his misso's mum. No words said from anyone ever. And he was like, fuck, they really don't want to wash up. So, again, he starts feeling her up, and then next thing you know, he starts rooting his misso's mum at the table. Still, not a word. Fucking hell. No one wants to wash up at this fucking party. So, what happens next? It starts raining. So, anyway, where was I? He was rooting his misso's mum. That's right. And so it starts raining. And he rode the Harley over, so he pulls out the Vaseline. Next thing you know, Dad stands up and says, fuck this, mate. I'll wash up, not a problem. Anyway, boys, I hope you enjoyed that little story I had for you. Have a good one, boys. Big love from the Big Al.
Great to hear from you as always, Big Al.
Jesus Christ, that was a good one.
Yeah.
Fuck. Impressive that he's gone 2 rounds there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Might have had a bout of Steady
Freddy. Yeah, shout out.
Shout out to him. Spray that knob.
And just a heads up, everyone, the calls cut you off after 2 minutes. So if you're going longer than that, fucking rein it in. Yeah. Otherwise, it's a disaster. Moving on.
But Big Al's special to us.
Oh, big time. It's a good story.
Sydney Stallion here. Dust, I'm just catching up on some of the podcasts over the little break. And can I just say, Crocs are fucking out of this world. Seriously, I don't even wear any other shoes now. I'll go down to the pub in my Crocs with socks, fucking white ankle socks with my white Crocs. And then, motherfucker, if I need to run, chuck those things in sport mode. And they're basically sneakers.
Exactly.
I will never buy another shoe again. Oh, just Best thing ever.
Crocs need to give us shares in the business, I think.
Oh, I still don't own a pair.
That's no one's fault but your own.
Yeah, I know.
They are the ultimate shoe.
I feel like maybe if we do that little thing
Trip.
we were talking about in the middle of the year,
Yeah.
the speaking thing, well, you got to dress up a bit.
Yeah.
Might wear Crocs instead of shoes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, okay, cool. I better get a pair then.
Yeah, we got plenty of time for that.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
They'll
cool.
change your life. And we're not sponsored by Crocs.
No.
We did comment something saying reach out to us and they never did, so. But we just like them. Well, I do. Cartel's never pair.
I have worn some of Dad's in the past. Yeah, his big fishing shoe. It became an everyday shoe.
Yeah,
So
I can understand how.
if Mick likes them, they must be good.
Yep. Exactly right.
How's it going, bloody brilliant boys?
Well, thank you.
I would just like to state a well-known fact after the recent Big Bash final that it is West Australia forever, Queensland never. Cooper Connolly and Ashton Turner are your state's dad. Darcy, if you're not a coward, you've got to include this on the podcast. All right. Anyway, love you all. Goodbye. Heat never. Scorches forever.
Shout out to Western Australia, who's literally on the other side of the country because no one gives a fuck about any of you.
Yeah.
Also, if you lost that to the Brisbane Heat team that we had, we were the biggest underdogs in BBL history that game.
Yep.
Like, I think you should be embarrassed that you're celebrating such a close
Also,
win.
I was going to say close win, exactly, yeah. By how close it came.
But shout out to the Heat for putting in a great performance.
And, like, obviously we're going to cop it. We dish it out every week. We're one-night Queenslanders. We'll cop it that we lost. But also, like, if you're going to lose any sporting competition in Australia for the
Probably
year,
the Big Bash.
fuck the Big Bash.
At the end of the day, no one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck.
No one gives a fuck.
No.
There's a reason why it's being culled to 40 games.
Yeah.
Which is 10
Talk to
games
us at
aside
Origin
instead
time.
of
Oh,
40.
wait, you don't play in Origin, so yeah.
Yeah. Talk to us just during rugby league season.
Oh,
when
wait,
you
no, yeah.
sorry, what team?
Yeah.
Hang on, are you the same state that had a rugby union team shafted because no one gave a fuck? Shafted for Melbourne?
Yeah, that's saying a lot.
That's pretty fucking rough, man.
Like Melbourne for Union.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking rough.
Yeah.
Melbourne doesn't even have a good domestic comp.
No.
They don't have a domestic comp.
No.
It's like third grade.
Yeah. Not like up here, mate.
Anyway, yeah, we'll take our licks. Fuck you, bye.
Hey, boys, how are ya?
Good, thank you.
Yeah, good, mate, good. Thanks for asking. Hey, boys, just the Western Queensland woman wrangler here. Just got a yarn for you boys on this lovely Monday morning. We were at the pub last weekend, Friday night. Had a mate down there playing a bit of live music. Nothing better than fucking live music, let me tell you that.
Fucking oath.
And anyway, so at this pub, there's a front bar where there's sort of a bar and a pool table and a set of toilets, and then out the back of the beer garden, you'd say. Anyway, we're in the front bar. Someone had left a fucking shit on the ground. And what's worse was we never realised until some poor cunt fucking trudged through it. Now, let me tell you that. I fucking feel sorry for that poor bastard. Two things I want to ask you. One, who would be more embarrassed? The person who left the shit but no one knows who you are? Or B, the person who fucking walked through it and everyone knows who you are? And also, is that the most fucked thing you've seen someone lose at the pub? Anyway, boys, stay out of each other. Have a good one.
Lose at the pub.
I think it is more embarrassing to walk through the shit. because
Absolutely. No one knows who did it. Also, if you're fucking that blind that you're shitting on the floor, you probably don't even know.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? What sick bastard did that?
I also want to know the mechanics of how it happened.
Yeah, how'd the poo get there?
You'd have to take your pants off, right?
Yeah, but dude, I'm wondering, there's no way that you just squat and shit in the middle of a pub.
That's what I mean.
Surely he's just brought
Carried
it out there,
that.
carried it.
How's it got into his hand?
Toilet paper, or maybe he's just gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. Look, Western
If
Queensland.
we're talking about
not
who would have more head noise the next day, definitely the man who did the shit.
Yeah.
But like at the time, you don't understand. And in someone else's human shit, that is so fucked up.
That is pretty fucked.
That is so fucked up.
I don't know if embarrassed is the right, but also all the other punters didn't see it there.
Yeah.
So it could have been anyone.
You know how when you step on dog shit and you like get it off your shoe or whatever, you still feel like you can smell it on your foot for like
Oh,
weeks?
God, imagine
human shit. Months. Years maybe.
Oh.
Like, you smell that? I feel like I still smell like shit. No, dude, it's been 6 months. Relax, you're fine. Just anyway, moving on. Final call.
Righto, call up and down. It's the Mozzie. I have secured the Kentucky HSP. I am hard and feeling liberated right now just looking at this son of a gun. Now, we're talking some fresh chips, plenty of salt, all the poppy corn of chicken all over this bad boy, and a bit supercharged sauce. Oh, I like this. Let's have a taste. Oh, yeah, baby. I like that. I like that a lot. Do yourselves a favor, boys. Go have a bit of a feed. I'm eating it in my car, outside my house.
Respect.
Because I can. And I don't want people to judge me.
Exactly.
But
that's why
you know how it is. Love you, boys. Keep up with the work. See you.
I reckon there might be another one to add to the...
yeah, 100%. I saw someone post
a
about
review about it. Yeah, on the secret menu, the KFC HSP. Yummy.
Sounds so fucking good,
Yep.
dude.
I'll have to...
Almost too good.
Yeah, pretty keen. Supercharged sauce. Ooh.
Love that.
Anyway, that's us for the week.
That's us. Look, we could have a pretty scat pod coming out on Wednesday if we plan it correctly.
Yeah.
So if it is a really scat one on one topic, then we've planned it correctly.
Yeah.
If it's multiple topics, we haven't done anything.
Yeah, if it's normal, then
yeah.
Stay tuned.
Yeah. That's another false promise from Bloody Brewing
Potential
Beers.
false. Potential. Could be true.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Goodbye.